are listening to the Pathfinder Guru podcast, where we help you to become a greater leader. Join us as we take the Advent message to all the world in our generation. So, are you ready to become a guru in this ministry?
Attention. Welcome to the Pathfinder Guru podcast, and thank you very much for joining us. I hope that we are all doing well and we are safe under the shadow of God's wings. It is good to be back again, to be talking to you, to share ideas, to motivate one another as we are leaders working hard in the ministry of God to ensure that children are safe under the shadow of His wings. I just came back from a wonderful Sabbath, wonderful weekend, which I had. In my district, we had an amazing Pathfinder Day. To those of you who do not know, I am the Vice Pathfinder President, and it has been a wonderful journey. And speaking about the weekend, it was a really nice opportunity, a really nice time to meet with the Pathfinders as we share, as we celebrate us being in this powerful ministry. And I thank God that everything went well, from the planning to the speakers and the guests and my president who was there. Everything was amazing, and I thank God for the opportunity that He has given us, that we are able to gather as Pathfinders, as leaders, as directors, to enjoy a wonderful Pathfinder Day. Wow! I'm so excited, I'm so happy that everything is going well. Today, I just want to talk about the experiences we have as leaders makes us to become wiser leaders, and we are able to maneuver quickly in certain challenges as they increase in intensity. We increase in experience because we have went through what we are going through before, but in a lesser intensity. But once it increases in intensity, things become much more easier. As a leader, we go through difficulties, whether it's planning a program, whether it's ensuring that progressive classes are running well. You go through those challenges as a leader, and they build you. Today, I want us not to run away from situations that we come across with, but it is a challenge to us that we must head on collision. We must face them head on, because once we do that, we gain in experience and we become better leaders in the ministry. Nowadays, we have leaders who give up easily, which they love the word, I'm going to let go, or I am going to resign. That is not the solution to every problem that you have. In life, you cannot resign. Same applies in this ministry. When you are going through tough things in the ministry, it is upon you to ensure that you stick it through, you find ways to maneuver around those situations. Because once you do that as a leader, you grow and become a better one. Dealing with people was one of the most challenges which I had as an upcoming leader. And I had to understand people where they come from. Usually, it took me time to understand how a person was dealing with issues, but I needed to understand that person from his or her own point of view, meaning that I was forced to think and process what the person was saying, but not just receiving and answering. I needed to process what the person was saying, understand the angle of the approach, so that I'm able to advise and help that particular person. Because most of the time I was just hearing you, answering back, and sometimes I used to offend other people because at some points I was not able to think about what am I saying. But now I have gotten this ability to become really good at it, whereby when a leader comes to me with a challenge that he or she is going through, I'm able to put myself in his or her shoes, and I'm able to understand the situation. I'm able to guide the leader in the correct manner. Either way, whether the leader is correcting me of something or he or she needs advice from something, I always made sure that I understand first. Because once you are able to understand the person, once you are able to hear the person, it de-accelerates or ensures that the situation becomes less tenser and more constructive, and you're able to build relations and solve the situation at hand. Those are some of the things that I went through, that I had to had constant head-on collisions so that I can improve in such circumstances. Now, as leaders, you might be having similar situations that I am going through, or you may have a situation whereby you're struggling with finances and you want to give up, or you are having difficulties to organize your club. Instead of you running away from those situations, head-on collusion, ensure that you face them. You pray to God that He opens your way so that you are able to deal with them. I'm not saying that what you are going to do is going to get easy or is going to get harder, but one thing that I know is that once you do something long enough and you're genuine and you're honest enough and you want to see a positive result, you will able to reach that goal. Because at the end of the day, you are able to attract what you want. If you want to have a functional club, you will attract people who wish the same things for you, and you are able to collaborate with them and ensure that things are running towards that direction of the goal. Let us head on collusion. I know it doesn't make sense as I'm speaking to you right now when you're confused, you're hurt, parents have disappointed you, the church board is not supporting fully, but head on collusion. Face those problems head on. Pray about them head on collusion. Ensure that you are doing all that can be done as a leader. Learn from them. And as you grow in those situations and challenges, guess what? You are going to gain experience as a leader. I do not care about the intensity of the similar situation you'll face. You will be able to maneuver around it. Whether you are a pathfinder, club director, and you face the same thing as you work for your district, or work for your conference or union, you are able to apply the things that you have learned, irrespective or irregardless of the intensity of having now to deal with 5 churches as an area coordinator, dealing with all churches in your district, all the churches and the clubs in your conference. You are able to deal with them correctly because you have understood that if I start at my local church, if I start facing the problems, facing the challenges there, once the intensity increases, it is much easier for you because you carry experience of doing one thing, which is head on collusions. May the good Lord be with us, bless us, and just know this: you are loved by God. But for now, you are dismissed.